Today's 1091st day to come here lessons on learning. I hope to support your dreams, your goals, allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today, I wanna you imagine that you are looking for a book in a library. Imagine you're looking for a book. You know the topic, but let's say that there's three floors in that library, but you do not know which floor is for what. You don't know the topic. So it means that how you will go about finding where the book is. How will go? Probably will be difficult and probably will go around and start looking in every single section and trying to find the book. I think that's exactly what it is when we think about our memories a lot of time. Our memories are not categorized, our past experience is not categorized, and when you want to find emotion, we want to find a learning, we want to remember something that really could be adding value to us, we are not able to do that because it's just too vague. We're not able to find. And if you're able to find, it takes a long time to find the memory that we are looking for. And I think that sometimes we need to really categorize in journal and really memorize the most important memories that are important is adding value to us because past experiences are a great tool. Sometimes our perspective changes our past because what I learned this year that past is changing because we changing. So is the past will change according to our change. The more we change, the more the past is changing as well. Because a lot of times the meaning of the past changes when we change. And I think that that's why it's very, very important to really categorize our past experience that we can understand and we can always go back to the most important key areas, key moments of our lives. And it's very, very important. I think that this is very, very important. Why is it important to categorize our memories? Our identity is based on what we call focus on. Our identity is not based on our experience. Our identity is based on what we focus on. It might be that like you have 100 experiences, and 90% are positive experiences and 10 are negative experiences. So do you feel that you will have a positive experience, a positive identity because you have much, much more positive experiences than negative? And the answer is it depends. It depends. It depends on what you focus on. It might be that you keep those 10 negative experiences and you always focus on them and you forget those 90% of positive experiences. So what that leads to? It leads to imposter syndrome. It leads to limiting beliefs. It leads to self-sabotage. It leads to thinking that you are a failure. So being able to categorize, understand exactly where and what are the memories, I think that's very, very important. And we need to really take care of those categories. So today we'll share three most important categories. So when you think about floors in the library, three most important floors regarding past experiences and how we're supposed to name it. Because we know exactly that this is a book. This is a this is a section we're supposed to look. And what is a subsection? So when we know that, it's much, much easier to find the book, to just find the memory and use that. Because a lot of times the past experience could be used today and will be able to use in the future. So what are those three most important categories? Number one is personal growth and well-being. Personal growth and well-being. I think that we always need to understand that in the past, there are so many moments when you improved, got better, understood things, and we need to keep those moments of growth. And now, again, I think that sometimes we don't want to really think about failures. But I think that sometimes we need to really keep that memory to understand, okay, what did I learn from this failure? What did I learn from this mistake? I think this is a very powerful thing because if you want to really cover up and keep only successes, sometimes removing all the failures could be a mistake as well because those failures could bring so much value in growth. So that means that that's the subsection of growth. That means that the first subsection could be self discovery, and learning. So, where are those moments where you discovered something, improved, um, reflected on? Those are very, very important and key aspects of our life. So, we're always supposed to understand, okay, what are those key moments of my life where I improved? Maybe when I was 12 years old, maybe 14 years old, maybe 19 years old. What happened that made you push through that, push through uncomfort and become better? Second subsection in personal growth is health and well-being. So memories that you understood what you need to do regarding your emotional health, mental health, spiritual health, physical health. So every single nugget, every single lesson that is really important regarding your well-being, do we keep that? Do you keep the most important lessons about how to keep yourself healthy? Or are we always forgetting? Because what we do not use, we lose. And we a lot of times don't use the lessons, we don't use the experiences, we don't use the knowledge we have, and because we don't use it, we lose the memory of that knowledge. And that's why sometimes we need to reflect what we already know. Very powerful. And the next subsection in the first one, personal growth, that is very, very important, is resilience and coping. I think that every single person needs to have this subsection understanding, okay, when my life was hard, what did I do? How I persevered? What kind of minds I had? What did they do? What kind of coping mechanisms I had in place to make sure that I'm overcoming this season of winter? Because we'll have multiple seasons in our lives, in our personal inner world seasons. So it means we have inner season as summer, spring, autumn, winter. So when was the last time you had a winter internally? What did you do to overcome that? Because in life seasons, a lot of times if you live in Europe or some other places, there's 4 seasons, and all of them is about 3 months. So it means that we're not able to choose that. It's basically on weather. But I think that when we think about internal seasons, we have a choice because sometimes one season could last 9 months, other seasons 1 month, because we just do not work to change it. And that way it's very, very important to understand, okay, what kind of things in the past allow me to really move from one season to another. Second big category that you need to understand besides personal growth is relationship and connection. Again, this is an enormously important section, category. I think that we need to categorize and really add things in subsections because at the end of the day, what is the main reason of life? I truly believe that the main reason, in my perspective, is add value to others. So if you want to add value to others, that means relationships and connections is the key to success. And what are those subsections of that connections and relationships? Number one, and the easiest one, is family and friendships. So we're able to really keep those memories, experiences, where I had the best experience with my family, the best experience with friendships, to really know that you're a great family member, you're a great friend. Because sometimes we make mistakes. We lose, we lose trust. We make mistakes, other people mistakes. We destroy someone else's trust, someone else destroyed our trust. And I think that there's a lot of hurt could potentially be. Again, this is a thing that friendships or connections or relationships is one of the things that is the easiest to have a misconception because we have 99 great experiences, great memories, but only one memory that is terrible will destroy all 99 because we remember the last moment. Because a lot of times we have amazing connection with the person and 99 experiences was perfect. But one thing, the last 900th experience was terrible. It hurt. And because of that one last experience, we think that the whole relationship, the whole connection was false. And I don't think so. I think that that relationship brought so much joy, so much lessons, so much in so many different areas. And we need to really reflect on that. And I don't think that we're supposed to allow one bad experience to destroy all those 99 good experiences that we had with that person. So family and friendships are the key. Second thing is romantic relationships. And again, this is again, it could be that I think that's so important, so interesting that one experience could destroy that romantic relationship. One experience. Even though that it might be even like thousands of experiences that are positive, but one experience could destroy all relationships. And I think that it's okay sometimes to let it go. It's okay to really walk away. That's totally fine. It's based on values and morals and all the things. And then people could really um, make massive mistakes. That is no way back. But I think that's it's not supposed to really hate other person or have grudge on the person. Really forgive and understand that this person was amazing in a lot of different areas. They made a mistake. They will reflect on that. They will understand that. But we're not supposed to say that, okay, that was only bad and I will never go back and I will never do romantic relationships. I will never have friendships. We're not supposed to say for only because of there was one experience that was not positive. So that means you need to keep track of all the positives and all the negatives. And then a lot of times you need to focus on positives, especially with relationships. And last one, number third, that's the third floor or third section, third category that is very, very important to always reflect is career, purpose, and achievements. What is a call or what is determination? What is a commitment that you want to pursue? Because this is important. Having a calling is really creating a lot of inner peace. I think that I always was sometimes seeking inner peace, but sometimes when I think about inner peace, I always times a lot of times we believe that we need to have sit down, do meditation, doing some kind of presence thing, mindfulness. But I think that what I learned that inner peace is coming from knowing that you live your life based on your values, on your beliefs, and you're pursuing something meaningful. Because you can be in a massive house, but you know that this is your house. This is your house. This is exactly what you pursue and pursue in a way that you believe this is right for you. At that moment, you could be having a massive inner peace, even though that external world is, is moving like crazy times. And what we really need to um, journal, what we need to categorize, what are subsections of career? So the number one is career and education. So what kind of careers did you pursue? What kind of experience you had? What kind of skill sets you had? What kind of educations you had? So knowing all those things is very, very important because sometimes you can lose. Now, second thing is that we need to categorize, okay, what kind of goals I had in the past, what kind of achievements I had, what kind of skill sets I developed. Because I think that sometimes we forget that we already have skill sets. Because when we make mistake, a lot of times we believe that we start from scratch. But probably you have heard that we don't start from scratch, we don't start from zero, we start from experience. So it means we experienced things when we pursued something. We experienced things when pursued and when we made a mistake. So that means that we need to write it down. What kind of experience were the most important in that experience, in that failure, in that achievement, in that goal, in that pursuit. So that is we need to really write down and really have the category of things that developed. Even if we're able to really look into purpose and contribution, okay, what kind of purposes did you have in the past? What kind of contribution did you make to other people? What kind of impact or difference you made in other people's lives? Because it's very powerful. One of the biggest my memories that I really love and I will never forget is that when I was living with my um, with a friend, of course my friend, everyone is a friend, but I moved to live in California, and I moved to California to live for 3 months, and I didn't speak English well yet. And I was living with a guy that, of course, we were not able to communicate because my English was very, very poor. And after 3 months of living with me, and when I moved out, the guy said that even though that we didn't speak much, even though that we didn't speak much, I stopped smoking. I started reading books. I started exercising. I stopped drinking because I start to see there is different way of living. This is a very powerful memory because it's a very emotional memory for me because what I learned that he said that I changed his life, but I know that he changed my life forever because I understood that the biggest thing that we're able to do to help other person to change is to show example, lead by example, and live your life that in a way that you feel that no one is watching, but people are watching. Because if you intentionally try to show up that, oh, I'm doing this, look, I'm doing this, no one will want to follow. But when you're doing something for your own reasons, because you believe this is the right thing to do, people will follow. And I think that there's a lot of great memories that we have like this. And it took me a while to really reflect, okay, what are the most important memories for me? And really write it down because there's everyone has memories. And I think that sometimes because we do not reflect on those memories, they are hidden in a very, very like far away shelves. And it really requires some time to sit down. Okay, let's sit down and let's write down all the memories that potentially could be important. And I think that we need to really do that every single month. Really write down those memories, remember, and categorize based on your categories. This for me, those categories: personal growth, connection, relationships, and career, purpose, meaning. So those three categories, and of course, every category has subcategories or sections. And when you know that, you pursue your future vision, knowing that when you will be able to go back to your past experience and really say, okay, how my past experience connect to achieve my future vision. Not to stop, because a lot of times people look into past as something that limiting. But we need to look into, okay, if I want to achieve that future vision, what kind of things I already developed? What kind of things I have as an advantage? And we're able to do that. I think there's so many benefits comes out when you have really ability to go into those floors and find the memory experience that really benefits you right now. So I hope you choose to win and see you tomorrow.